A video of a girl talking about how she had to delete Hinge, the dating app, because it was affecting her confidence. I second that. Because like once a week I'll go and see who like liked my Hinge photos or maybe commented, see if there's any like potential, and it always just makes me sad.
What the hell is the world coming to?
For the most part, I consider myself a fairly attractive person.
Nigga, no!
Maybe not right now, I'm not really in my element. This is my like stay at home, no one sees me look today.
No, this is what you really look like as a human. Without all the ridiculousness. The eyelashes, the nails, the fake hair, the ridiculous over-the-top outfits. This is who you really are. So no, you're mid. See, women's fake identity makes them think they're worth more than what they're worth. You would be with somebody right now if you just accepted that you're just a mid-regular woman. And you would be with a regular man. This delusion that you're something more than that is what's going to keep you single forever.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness?
You don't even have the ability to attract the men of value.
I guess I'm just going to stay single and get like 6 cats.
That's why your Hinge account is depressing. Because Chad is, confirming that you're just a mid woman. It's depressing because all the guys who are showing you interest, you think you're better than them, and you're most definitely not.
Absolutely not.
When I see the guys who are liking my photo, I'm like, what do I look like? What do I look like that these guys think we would ever match or be compatible?
You don't really want to know.
She wouldn't have to resort to online dating. If her personality was just so great and she was amazing.
They look like you. They look similar to what you look like on the male spectrum. Just face it, Toots. Just face it. What a terrible person. What a terrible, arrogant, obnoxious person. If she was hanging off a cliff, I ain't even gonna go there.
Dating in this generation is so hard. The only thing that is going to protect you is having boundaries and standards.
No.
I saw a girl on here talk about writing a list of all your boundaries and standards and things that you want in a guy and things that are non-negotiables, and if a guy does not check off 80% or more of that list, cut him off.
What's your stupid idea?
That is the worst idea I've ever heard in my life, Tom.
Yes, it's horrible, this idea.
I do have high standards and high expectations. My friends have high standards and high expectations. Do you want to know why? We've worked for those.
By the time a woman is writing a list like this after 15, she's probably done. Look, it doesn't matter what your boundaries and standards are. I'm trying to think of what would be a good analogy. If I say my standards are working for Puff Daddy and I'm not accepting nothing less, then I'm just going to be homeless and jobless for the rest of my life. You see what I'm saying? It don't matter that my standard is working for P. Diddy or Jay-Z or nothing. I'm not ever going to work for P. Diddy or Jay-Z. I mean, it's possible, but look, it's not really possible. It's possible, but it ain't possible. I want to be encouraging and tell all the brothers listening to me that you could do anything you put your mind to. But realistically, I ain't saying don't go for it. Look, reach for the stars, bro.
You can do it!
But I wouldn't bank my life on working for P. Diddy or Jay-Z. Or I wouldn't bank my life on I'm going to make it in the NBA. I'm not saying don't try. But definitely have a plan B, C, D, and E. And be willing to pull the trigger on B, C, D, and E. After you see that this ain't working out. So yeah, ladies, your list and standards and boundaries are doing nothing to land you the guy you want.
But you got to realize, me and my boys, we go hard. We got $1 million worth of jewelry on. We got $250,000 worth of cars. We candy paint everything. We like to live a luxurious life.
So if it hasn't been working out with the guys that you think are on your level, that's not your level. So it's time to pull the trigger on plan B.
And it's so crazy that you'll realize most of the things that you put on this list are bare minimum.
No, they're not.
Protect your heart.
Dummy.
I don't have a problem having conversations with men, and I don't have a problem going on dates with men. What I have a problem with is what happens after the date. It just seems like whether or not I choose to hook up with the guy after the first date, they lose interest. If I do, I hook up with them that night, they lose interest because it was too fast.
Or maybe your bedroom fun just trash. That's an option. Your conversation was probably really boring and stupid, and they're just like, look, man, after I hit the skins, I am out of here. I never want to talk to this annoying woman again. That could be it.
That's right.
If I don't and I make them wait, they lose interest because they're waiting. So it's like, what do you want? Because either way, you're gonna lose interest. So at this point, why am I even wasting my time going on a date with you? I should just be single and celibate and mind my absolute total business.
Thank you, Jesus!
Ever felt this way?
This is for my Christian women. I need y'all to leave your house if you're expecting your husband to be able to find you. Leave your house. Leave your house. Leave your house.
This woman is fucking nuts. This woman is nuts.
I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
So many women have obnoxious personalities and they don't realize it. Just from what, a 15-second clip, this woman is completely unbearable and intolerable. Can you imagine being on a 2-hour date with her? And she talking about being a Christian, man. Jesus don't even want to hear this bitch. And these women seem to struggle with common sense things. If I want to find a boyfriend or husband, I actually got to leave the house. She had to come up with like a motivational video to tell women if they want to find a guy, they have to leave the house.
I feel as though people used to have common sense, but nowadays it's just getting less and less common.
Was chatting to this guy who, not my usual type, but really making me laugh, which is half the battle, and then got majorly friend zoned. On a side note, what is going on with my Barnet?
She started off by saying he wasn't my typical type, but then she got friend zoned. So obviously that means he was out of your league. See, even women like this with a pink cotton candy head think she better than most men.
This lady's not giving up the title of dumbest motherfucker without a fight.
Even when all the results and realities are saying that she's below average, she's still gonna live in that delusion of, okay, I'll give an 8 a chance even though I'm a 4, but you better play your cards right.
Did you know that 25% of women in the United States are getting treated for a mental illness? That means 75% of them are running around untreated.
This is what American men have to deal with.
Women are average, just like most men are average. And we sell this dream, we sell this fantasy. I call it the Disney effect. The concept of soulmates, the one, unconditional love, all of these things that women feed into, and then they want that from the type of guy that they want it from, which is typically the top 10% of men. But every woman can't have a top 10% of men. And every man is not a top 10% guy. Every man is not going to be a top 10% guy.
It doesn't matter, man. Once she tasted a 10%er, she can't go back.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.
That's it, isn't it? Women respond when you treat them like crap.
If a woman had flings with 9s or 10s at any point in her life, she would rather struggle working at McDonald's to live in a shack than settle down with a guy who's a 7 or 8. As crazy as that sounds, she would rather be on the brink of homelessness.
Most are going to fall on that average, within that average distribution on the distribution curve. And as a woman, if you understand, I'm not super unique, it's called in-group heterogeneity. It's a bias. It's where you think you're unique amongst the group that you identify with. And that's what I tell women. Most of us are average. You can't think you deserve a certain type of man and you're not that type of woman.
The reason why a lot of women can't settle for an average guy is because their ego is too big and they would have to admit that they're average. That's the real reason why they can't do it. Sorry, ladies, most of you aren't beautiful. The overwhelming majority of you are not beautiful. 80% of you are not beautiful. You're not baddies. You're not the ish. You've been fooled. You've been bamboozled. You've been lied to. So, companies can sell you ads at the commercial break. Accept it. And maybe you can find, well, not happiness. No woman is happy. I've never met a happy woman in my life. But maybe you can get to some point where you're kind of content if you just accept that harsh reality that you're not beautiful and you're not special.
Y'all keep talking about y'all won't settle. These black men have had to settle. Y'all not virgins. Settle. You're coming with kids. Settle. You're coming with multiple baby daddies. Settle, settle. A shake. Settle. Angry, bad attitudes. Settle.
Yeah, and that's one thing these women will never admit. They always talk about what they won't settle for online. I ain't settling for this. I ain't settling for that. Well, why aren't top tier men settling for you? Can you answer me that? They can never answer that question. They're always going to paint it like they're the one on the higher ground.
Ooh, how convenient.
You get to say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot
walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the